I'm Sam, and this is the fifth in the series on the very basics on how to trade with MetaTrader MT4. What we're going to cover right now is the basics of actually placing a trade and one or two or three things that you need to take care of before you do that. Okay, so let's get started. The first thing I'm going to tell you is that the moment after you have created your account with your broker and you fire up your MetaTrader software, the very first thing you should do after that is to open up a demo account. Now that's super easy to do. You simply click on accounts and on the left hand side click on open an account, and you select normally at the top it'll show demo. Yours might look different than mine. In this case it's demo 5 for me. New demo account, click next. That's fine, and you agree to subscribe to newsletters and finish, and you're done. That's as easy as that. Now you'll see I actually have two demo accounts, so it's really easy. In the moment, if you want to use it, you just go, you double click on it, click on login, and ta-da, done. It won't even flash or anything else. So just make sure that the account that you have selected over here is the one that you want to trade. So be very sure that you have your demo account selected instead of your live account, at least in the beginning, so that you can get your feet wet and get familiar with trading. Okay, so that's the first thing out of the way. Demo account has been set up. Alright, so by now, if you don't see similar lines on your system, I suggest that you look at the previous videos or look below. There'll be download links for the files in order for your screen to look the same as mine or as close as possible. Alrighty, so last time we discussed at one point how the market tends to reverse the positions or trend before and after, even if it's just for a very short while. And here we have two very good examples of when this did not necessarily occur, and both of them are the market openings for London as well as New York in this particular case. And I want to show you why, because the reason for this is the news events. And these little dotted lines over here indicate news events, and you'll see the market already anticipated what the news was going to be, and therefore it simply continued. And in this case the same thing. There were strong results coming out over here, and it simply continued, but it did then eventually excuse me, take a bit of a breather, touched our pivot points, and then continued up. And here very much the same thing. You can see how well the pivot points work. They keep on touching the pivot points, or at least coming very close to them. So it gives really good foundation, good structure for your trading. Alright, so the first thing you need to know about trading is what the amount of risk that you're going to take. Now, for regular forex trading, I would suggest you start off with a stop loss of 30 pips, so 30 pips away. And in forex, you'll see some brokers have up to 5 decimals. Pips are counted only up to the 4th, so don't get confused with that. You only count to the value of 4th decimal, and that's your pip value. And so we need 30 pips. I would suggest to keep as your default stop loss on any trade. Now, of course, after that you can adjust things, whichever way you want, but I suggest you start there. So when you want to place a new order, there are a couple of things. You can click here on new order, and this will pop up. We can right click, and you can simply do an immediate sell limit. I think you can do a buy limit here as well somewhere. Either way, you can activate one-click trading, and yes, it can be helpful in some cases, but just be careful, because sometimes I actually once accidentally entered a rather large trade by accident because I was trying to move this away, and what I ended up doing is actually entering a trade in the opposite direction to what I intended. So I would suggest that at least if you're starting out, don't let that little one-click trading interface there bother you. Just keep it away, rather go on new order. Okay, so the volume you want to trade is pretty important. This can be determined by the size of your account, and I'm not going to go into a whole lot of detail here. I suggest the best thing for you to do is to simply use a demo account with $10,000 and get familiar with that. That will give you a good feel for it and how much risk you are going to take on with various size volumes. When starting out, I would suggest that you make this 0.1. Okay, just do that. You can read up on the reasons why later and everything else. For now, I suggest you go for 0.1. The stop loss would be the actual need to write down from the charts, and then you need to subtract 30 points from that, and you take profit as well. But you can leave it blank initially, and you can change it afterwards. So, for instance, let's say in this case, let's say we just want to 0.612. I'm just going to put in 1.0612 as my stop. I'm not going to bother with take profit. And you'll see here that there are two ways of executing a trade. One is market execution, and the other is a pending order. Right now, I'm going to actually do a market execution for you, and we'll see how that goes. And I'm going to go for, well, because of the trend, and just because I'm not paying attention to the market, I'm just going to go for a buy. And let's see what that does. Alright, so it tells you that it's successful, and you can click OK, and there you go. So our trade has been entered. So what you can do now is there's a nifty little thing you can do. Okay, so if I can just click and drag it, it'll actually give me take profit. So let's say if I do that, you say yes, you want to enable one-click trading, you accept, and you go OK. Because this way you can actually manually control your take profit levels and your stop loss, and it's far easier to do it visually like this. So I suggest that you do that. Enter your trade as per normal using the new order, and then once it's actually on the chart, you can simply drag it. So you can say, this stop loss over here, I want to make it tighter, and everything will be adjusted for you automatically, and it's way simpler to do it this way. Alrighty, so that's all I have for this particular session, and I hope to see you next time. And as always, trade easy, and remember to subscribe. Thanks.